Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? I forgot to change my sub goal. That'll do for now. How are we all doing today? Hope we're all doing well. I also forgot to set my wheel up properly. All the time that I spent screwing around with the bloomin' soon, I forgot to set my wheel up properly. There we go. Why did it take a long time? Because I wanted to know if I, and you for that matter, AJ. if somebody asked, hey, when's the stream starting? Just after I've turned it on. Yeah, I'm gonna intentionally take longer just to annoy you. I'm doing good, Josh. How are you doing? How's everybody doing today? It's Saturday. No post on a Saturday. Was that a Sunday? I don't know. There's no post on a Saturday here, so I mean, it's alright. Who knows how to bring up the science graph on Giants Editor? Do you mean the scene graph? Because the scene graph is the thing off to the left. Should just use 3-meter equipment on this one. You say that as a joke, JD. I am actually going to be using a 3-meter seeder because that works best with the sprayer I have. That's off on the left. It's Ben. That's the. You see the long list of things on the left. That's the scene graph. Technically, it's not a graph. Yours isn't there. You've broken GE. Well done. You're breaking things already, GD. You're off to an early start today. Sorry that I am a bit late. The reason that I'm late is that I basically dozed off at 2 o'clock-ish for a nap. And my body decided I needed 3 hours of extra sleep. So... yeah, that's pretty much what happened is... click window, scene graph, and then click window, close. Then click window. Oh no! It's happened immediately. I got stuck. Three-meter equipment. Isn't that unrealistic on this map? It's also not that realistic. Ah, that's where the pig poop goes. Okay. Myself and Landy were wondering where that went. So we're going to... This is the wrong direction, Dave. I'm gonna magic hedge it around here. I'm gonna be setting off the wheat today, and then I think probably doing some cultivating. I actually think I need to downscale the amount of tractors I have because I got too many. Hey Dal, how you doing? I got too many tractors on this map at the moment, so I might downgrade the amount of vehicles I have. What are my goals for 2018? Have a squad. Make squad goals. Squad goals. Nah, my goals for 2018 are to be a lot happier, to be less complainy, and to get a specific number of subscribers that I think I will. I say be less complainy. I spent like half of yesterday's stream complaining. I should mention actually, I kind of ripped on Farm Manager in yesterday's stream. That was based on my own first impressions of the game, which ironically got a patch yesterday that fixed almost all the problems I had with it. Because as it turns out, something you definitely needed for what I was trying to do was broken. A 6-acre field. A 60-acre field. I mean, yeah, 3-meter equipment is used by a lot of people in a lot of different circumstances. I wouldn't necessarily say this is the most realistic to use a 3-meter seeder on this map, because I would presume in real life there'd be mainly 4, 5, 6 meter equipment. But again, it's to suit the sprayer I have, which is 18 meters, or 21 meters even. And Proceed doesn't deal with that with a 6-meter seeder. What games do I play in my spare time apart from Farm Sim? There's a few. There's like a list. Obviously, I try and do a bit of G every now and then. I might actually play some G, or do some G tonight. But in terms of games, ETS2, Fishing Barents Sea is really fun. Fishing Planet occasionally. I do quite enjoy Fishing Planet. Skyrim, I've played a bit. I want to actually get back into Skyrim again. Kerbal Space Program. Various different clicker games when I'm rendering, because I can't really do much other than clicker games. Forza, Assetto Corsa, Project Cars 2, a bit of R Factor. I was derping about an R Factor the other day and actually managed to do something right. And what I was doing was trying to learning to bump draft in a NASCAR, and I actually didn't die for about 5 laps. Because that's like ridiculously difficult to learn. How to intentionally hit somebody very lightly. I broke the webcam on the stream yesterday. Yeah, kind of. It's more that OBS couldn't cope with the ridiculousness I was trying to pull. There's a message on Facebook for when I finish the stream. You realise I have this, Mr. Simulate. I have a telephone. I have a mobile telephone. What is the message you have left? Yeah, I'm gonna... Sim, he's a regular in here, so yes, I'm gonna agree with you. But I was wrong with what I said yesterday about the game. I haven't played it again yet, but Sim was telling me that all the problems that I had and all the ones that I listed, apart from kind of a lack of explanation as to what on earth you're supposed to do, they were all fixed. So I mean, GTA 5. I don't like GTA 5. I'll be honest. Here's the thing with Rockstar, is I did like GTA 5, I really did. And then Rockstar got money hungry, and their CEO came out and said, or the CEO of, was it 2K Games, came out and said, oh, yeah, we're not making enough money off people, so we're gonna try and make more money from people by selling more shark cards and crap like that, and more online stuff. The other... Yes! That is just... I'm gonna do a video on that for Monday, I think. Actually, maybe tomorrow. I might do it for tomorrow. It really depends on how I feel after the stream. But I will do a video on that game, because that is just me through and through. It is... I think the perfect game for me to play on the channel. Because even Landy said it, like, as soon as I came into TeamSpeak when I said I had the keys, he said, dude, try this one, it's got you written all over it. I played it, and I broke it in 17 different ways within a minute, and I was just like, yes! This is how to play the game. This is my kind of game. How do you get the mods I'm using? The link on my website isn't working. Honestly, the mod list on the website, I need to potentially go through that. Some of the mods I have are unreleased yet. Will I play Red Dead 2 when it comes out? No! I don't like Rockstar. I used to. But they've just become another bog standard crappy AAA money grabber. They've gone into the same box for me as EA. I don't particularly care what they're doing. I much prefer, in all honesty, and in all bluntness, indie games, because normally they're at least trying to have gameplay. And yeah, not to mention I don't have a console. That said, I say all that. I have heard there's a Spyro the Dragon remake coming. A remaster. If that comes to PC, you can be damn sure I'm gonna play it. Because I love me some Spyro the Dragon. I play ETS2. Yes,
Hello, Dave.
I reinstalled
Dave,
Promons recently,
Dave,
actually.
there.
Or updated. Matthew Keeping, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, I updated Pro Mods. Can I link the mods first? Do you have any idea how many mods I have? It's on PS4 a year before PC and Xbox. There's no confirmation it's coming to PC, but if it does, there will be a very happy Dave. There'll be a very happy Dave. Because I saw it and I was like, holy crap. I said it in TeamSpeak, and Rob legitimately just said, you better not be lying to me, Dave. You need to get the new Pro Mods, because you spend everything in Steam sale. Think they confirmed Windows. Ooh. Yeah, Red Dead 2 is gonna have GTA Online style crap. Which means the single player is literally gonna be you don't know how many mods I have. I've got a mod manager, and last time I checked it said 92, and I've installed quite a few mods since then. The majority of the mods I use are in Giants Mod Hub. I do use MR, so I get a lot of the stuff that I have as well from the MR repository. I actually need to get some extra stuff. The Bale trailers that everybody wants, because they've noticed how good the Bale trailers are, they are from FSUK. And they're the only two websites that I'd really say check regularly. I know FSUK doesn't have mods regularly, but check the forums there regularly. You'll see what's coming up soon. FSUK, Giants Mod Hub, they're the two kind of gold standards for getting mods. They're the best sites. Everyone else is like various shades of dodgy. For example, Mod Hoster. They don't bother testing their mods. Somebody literally uploaded Cobra Park Farm with a different name and some German sales plates on the fields, and they allowed that through. Somebody else, and I think it's still up there, uploaded what they claimed was a JCB 2100 or 2140, that in actuality, when you download it, is an auger wagon. That doesn't even work. You know, that mod host has been questionable for a long time, and I've just kind of got bored of having to say, well, don't use uploaded links, because they're basically viruses waiting to happen. Be very careful, because some of the mods are in fact stolen. You're trying to get 40 subs. Well, maybe put out good content and people will subscribe to you. Don't try and link or promote yourself in streams, because honestly, I'm going to give you some legitimate advice from somebody who's done YouTube for 3 years and has, what, 7,500 subscribers. Don't advertise yourself in streams, because that'll get you a bad name. If you want to advertise yourself, go into the right communities, and you'll find people that are like-minded and will, you know, they'll maybe enjoy what you're doing. Don't do it in streams, because you'll just give yourself a bad name. I've seen so many people do it and they've given themselves bad names. And even I've seen people do it for other people, like Mark Armstrong. a lot of his subscribers have come into my stream and start promoting Mark, and for a little while, I genuinely thought Mark was trying to do this. After speaking to Mark, it turned out that he actually hated people doing that for him. But it was fanboys being fanboys. And, you know, I saw through it, and I changed my tune from thinking it was Mark doing it and Mark causing it to, guys, stop, because Mark hates that crap. Apparently, you know, I know you guys don't do it for me, or don't do it to me. Don't go into other streams and advertise my streams, and I appreciate that, I really do, because no, that's rude. The only person... If you want to advertise me, share videos, share streams on Facebook, share them on Twitter or whatever. You know, share them in the Facebook communities. That I don't mind. Just don't do it in somebody else's content. You're showing them disrespect, and by extension, I'm showing them disrespect by you guys doing it. I think the same can be said of some of Sim subs. What's going on at the brake lights? I tend to tap my feet, and sometimes when I'm hitting the brake, it results in me tapping the brake. If your videos are good, if your content's good, people will come. Yeah, for the people asking about Cattle & Crops, for anybody wondering when Cattle & Crops are coming out, Cattle & Crops is in early access right now. It's very, very early. Very, very early version. You can buy it now, you can play it now. When do I expect to see version 1? I wouldn't expect to see it before probably summer 2019. And it's coming from somebody who has followed a lot of games in development, has seen new game development companies flourish in the case of Kerbal Space Program, flounder in the case of some others, and just outright take the money and run in the case of one or two. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is like, I was asking this myself yesterday in TeamSpeak, is like, do we know what Cattle & Crops' model is? Like their payment model? Are they going to be farm simmy? Are they going to be more like ETS2 with the gold standard? SCS, kings of indie games. And it turns out they're going to have Cattle & Crops as a base. You buy Cattle & Crops right now, you'll have it for... yeah, they're selling a 9-year season pass. You will have it. And you'll get all the updates. You won't get all the DLC. I'll probably get all the DLC. If it's as good as I think it'll be. But you'll get all the updates, you'll get all the new things, all the engine updates, all the tweaks they do to stuff for years and years to come. Unlike with Farm Sim, where they kind of give up every year and a half. Yeah, a year and a half into the cycle and just go, work on the new game now. Screw y'all. That's actually I want to say it's an outdated model for simulators. I think the ETS2 model is much better now. Because number one, you make sure that everybody is playing the same game, number one. And as strange as it sounds, you actually increase your market for DLC. Because hey, people have been buying this game for the last 6, 7, 8 years. It's not a game that released, 6 months ago. There's going to be quite a few people that have it. And if 10% of them buy the DLC, well, that's much bigger than the 10% that would have bought the DLC if this game released 6 months ago. I think Farm Sim needs to look at the ETS2 model moving forward, maybe with the next engine upgrade they get or whatever. And by the way, Giants are now claiming that dynamic terrain is actually possible in the engine, after saying no, it was impossible. Giants are now saying no, it's actually possible. etc, etc, etc. There's nothing that we've heard of that is impossible yet, so why does Farmsim not innovate? Because, like, I don't know what's coming in FS19. I'd like to see a lot of stuff. Dynamic terrain isn't one of the things that I'd like to see. Because, historically, dynamic terrain is a hot mess and just causes problems. Am I going to buy the Ropa DLC? Yes. I'm with Sim. I've played Agrisim. I've played the bad ones. I've played the ones that had dynamic terrain, you know, 8 years ago. And they were plagued by so many optimization problems that I don't know if I want it in FarmSim. Because FarmSim is already struggling for optimization at times. And I don't know if I trust Giants to be able to... I don't know if I trust anybody. Yeah, I mean, Spin Tire, like Sim says, the only game where it actually works properly and isn't a hot mess is Spin Tires. And then it's exaggerated intentionally. If you brought FarmSim into the Spin Tires engine, you'd end up never moving because everything would be stuck constantly. Will there be class machinery? I don't know. The only brands we know are in FS19 are JCB and I think something else. Hey, AIK. Oh, I'm doing good. How are you? I thought that pickup truck was reversing there for a minute. Get out of the way! You absolute... I wish this had physics! Want to spin out the AI. How do I film my FS17 gameplay? OBS? Case is 100% confirmed. We think Massey is as well. We think that the vehicle in the trailer was a Massey 8737. And in fact, AGCO was more or less confirmed on Twitter via a teaser tweet talking about the new AGCO Ideal Combines, which kind of hints that not only is AGCO going to be in the game still, but the Ideal Combines will be coming in too. What if they just added a feature to dig drains? That rains sometimes gets stuck in the field. Drain digging would be dynamic terrain. It would have to be. JCB is also confirmed. Did I not just say JCB? Class, your guess is as good as mine. All I know is that some brands have been confirmed, and their brands are already in the game. The brands that are coming in are either Giants are keeping it under wraps, or in some cases, Giants haven't got the license fully yet. Mud mod would be better than dynamic terrain. Detuned mud mod maybe. Dogs and horses are confirmed. Yeah. The dog is to take on cattle and crops, because cattle and crops had a cat. And it now actually has a dog, ironically enough. I don't know if that was rushed in using the cat stuff. As a direct response to the Giants' announcement of dogs. But cattle and crops has dogs and cats already. And the dog in FarmSim was directly to respond to the cat and cattle and crops. And now actually the dog in cattle and crops as well. Hello, Owen Moore. And Muckman, hello. Hope to see some more vouchers. Don't get your hopes up, Eddie Boo. I'm not blaming Giants for this one. This is down to the brands themselves. The brands themselves don't like showing old equipment because that's not the stuff they're trying to sell to you. They had a dog at the trader ages ago. Oh, so it was a direct rip-off from Cattle and Crops. Thank you, Seb. Hello, Cheesy Man. Some interesting names in the chat today. Giants seem to want to be the best. Giants have been a de facto monopoly in farming games for the last better part of 10 years. Just because they had the best game and they got lucky kind of with the timing and who covered the game and when. And cattle and crops coming in has irritated the, why is that not? Because that was the wrong button. Seems to have irritated the owner of Giants, because he, from what I hear, doesn't like change. He doesn't see why the game needs to change or why new features need to come in. So, I know, you know, if that's the case, then I completely apologize for blaming the company as a whole for one person being an idiot. And thinking that gaming doesn't move forward, and thinking that, you know, releasing one game ever and expecting people to buy it forever is a good thing. Good lord. New for... is that €4? I can't quite make it out. That text is tiny. Thank you, AIK, for the donation. I can't... I'm gonna have to bring up Streamlabs on my desktop. Hang on. Because I want to see what was said. Thank you for using the PayPal link as well. That is... very generous of you. Alert box, I think it is. No. Event list? Donated $5 saying nice stream. Well, thank you very much, AIK. It's the wrong tab. Yeah, I need to up that just so I can see it in OBS. FS17 has come a long way since FS08, but I think it might have been a bit of an argument within Giants for the last 10 years, causing them to move forwards. Now, I've heard it be confirmed by someone or other that Bracken is actually working on a new mission system for FarmSim, which would be interesting, because he is a bit of a loon, in a good way. He is crazy, good crazy. His ideas are at times insane. You know, they all make sense, but there are times kind of, how did you even think this up? Any news about Skeleton? It had problems, it failed testing, it's being fixed up and re-uploaded soon. Yeah, Raccoon's gonna get so much abuse from me, Landy and Sim, for the FS13 traffic to come back. Killian, well, here's the thing is, like, I don't know exactly how it works, but I can imagine, I know that with licensing agreements, they're usually very restrictive, so it could have been the case that the Massey licensing agreement meant that the 6000 was excluded from the list of things Giants could use. Do we know Rackin personally? We've spoken to him, like away from YouTube and away from everything. We've all spoken to him in private, I guess. But he's not like on the TeamSpeak. That'd be that would be both beautiful and terrible because Rob. Like we speak to him, we know what kind of person he is, I guess. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm good. How are you eating? I love German. I do actually have a small bit of an upset stomach today. Because I was a fool and ate some peanuts last night. And they don't agree with me, but I love them. I think it's fair to say, Sim, we all worked alongside the Seasons dev team to help Seasons be the way that it was when it released. Hello, Tom. How are you doing today? In before Nave's all questions. Just jumping in right now before chat starts popping them up. And you start popping them back down. I wonder if people realise that it has been you knocking down all the useful questions in chats. Oh dear. I think that's going to be it for the crop sales. As the music completely made me think there I was going deaf. That was bad. That was bad timing to move. Troll you late strikes again. Can you join my game? Sure. Don't know how you plan on doing this, seeing as it's single player on an edited version of the map and some of the mods are edited and you don't know what mods I have, but sure, you can join. Tom, is it coming to Nokia 3310, which is clearly the greatest phone in the history of phones? Let's use the Magnum. Magnum, Magnum, now I want some ice cream. Just roll it through the air nice and slow. I see a problem with my plan. We're actually going to need to pick up the bales, aren't we? Can't compete with Snake. Oh, that's true. Nothing can compete with the sheer joy that is Snake. If you're too young to remember Snake, then you missed out the single greatest game in gaming history. Because everybody played with that. Everybody played Snake. And the 33... Was it the 3310 you could make your own ringtones as well? And everybody just made... Or at least I did. Just a random collection of bleeps. And because it was cool at the time, everybody started trying to make wrestling themes as well. This field had 2 bales left in it. Why is it not picking the bales up? Because I wasn't selected on this. Beep. I left literally 2 bales in this field. What about the 2D rally game? That wasn't on the 3310 DNA. That was that, yeah. There was no rally game on 3310. It was Snake, and I can't remember the rest because I only ever played Snake. But I don't remember there being a rally game, else I would have probably played it. In fact, most of the people I know probably would have played the rally game instead of Snake. Because Ireland loves to rally. Yeah, let's collect up this bill too, why not? U, B, 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 J. And, oh, that's where I'm going? Okay, I need to move forward a bit more. Was there a spaceship game? I don't know. I can't remember fully. I distinctly remember there not being a rallying game, though. Not on the 3310 anyway. There might have been on the 3410. This makes me feel like I know what I'm doing, and it's kind of scary. How to find my server? Look up RainbowDave this is actually single player. You're wasting your time on the Mars server list. Hey Landy, what's my job? YouTube is my job. I made the same stupid decision Landy did. YouTube's our full-time job and we don't make much money. Am I finishing at 7, Mr. Landicade? Because I can go for as long or as short as I want to today. Why don't I get a new job then? Because nobody will employ me. Yes, I am finishing at 7. Okay. Feel free to tell people why I'm finishing at 7. Although, some might have already guessed. Sim never goes live on a Saturday long, man. Sim only streams on a Monday. Speaking of, on that note, I'm actually going to be following, or possibly, if things go the way that I want them to, streaming after Sim, both before and after Sim, on Monday. There's the horse. Doesn't care about anything in the world ever, it's just physicsing. Just enjoying the wonders of physics. Unless Landy was saying yes to, we're both idiots who decided YouTube's a good full-time job, which is not. Did I go for my run? No! Well, technically yes I did run today, but that was mainly because I didn't wake up until 5. I slept like a beast when I went for a nap at 2 o'clock. Yeah. There we go, Landy Kid will be live streaming. What are you going to be streaming, Mr. Landy Kid? Fish Farmer's only saying goodbye to you, not me, in my stream. How rude. Get the feeling I'll be running a lot tonight. Farm Sim. Very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice, very nice. Sim played the other game that we got the other day, Landy, and he agreed with you that it is just a game that was basically purpose-made for me to play. Because... yeah. We're all in agreement that game is basically a love letter to my ridiculousness. See you finish, Farmer. And I think I'll do a video on it for tomorrow. Or maybe Monday. Just because it fits. How fine server. Okay, being not very subtle didn't work, Raymond. This is single player, there is no server. I'd need to get the mods you have, but I wouldn't be against it. Who would have thought not being very subtle and trying to get him to look up the Mars server list wouldn't work? No mods. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll be willing to join. Just give me like 5 minutes to grab a bottle of water. Or 2 minutes, because I forgot to grab water before I started streaming. And I'm starting to get thirsty. I might run in a second and grab a bottle. Yeah, I'll be willing to join. If you didn't guess, I'm in charge of making my own tea tonight, so it's going to be chicken curry most likely. Either curry or carbonara. Because I am an inventive cook chef. Tap water. I could do tap water. It'll probably be mineral water just because it's quicker to get. Because there's always a collection and I like having flavoured water. So, me, Sim and Landy should do multiplayer together. We do on a semi-random, semi-regular basis in Spin Tires. The reason we don't play Farm Sim multiplayer is very simple. None of us can actually stand Farm Sim multiplayer. And our schedules very, very rarely match up enough to do a series. Can't be a good carbonara. This is true. This is true. It's one of those, like, just add water and then cook for 8 minutes carbonaras. I intentionally overcook it and I intentionally add other stuff. Like butter to make it creamier. And a bit of salt. And pepper just to kind of spice it up. And a bit of parsley I think I add usually. Can I do some roleplay again? I spoke about that in yesterday's video, I swear. That, roleplay... The Coldborough series in planning is going to be roleplay. I know I've got episode 1 out and I haven't done episode 2. Need to double check Coldborough tonight to see if it's ready for episode 2. And that'll be the start of the roleplay itself. There is a map coming out in the future that I will be role-playing, and it's going to be very interesting to see how people react to that. Very interesting indeed. But, I will be... I think focusing... I suppose I can say a bit. Did I do something stupid here? Why? Oh. Same collection mode. Good. I suppose I can talk about this a little bit. Because it's my own plan and I'm not going to get in trouble from anybody for doing this. March 1st, I'm going to be changing the channel slightly. In terms of, there's going to be less videos. I'm going to be downscaling on videos to upscale on quality for videos. So we'll be going for 3 videos a week. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm going to try and make them really good videos. Now, why am I cutting down on videos? Because I'm going to up the streams. The Monday streams will be a thing starting 1st of March, whenever that is. I haven't actually checked yet, so it might be a hilariously bad idea. And then between the, I think it's the 8th and the 10th, no, because I have standards. Oh, Sheen, I have standards, and well, I do make a fool out of myself quite regularly. First is Thursday. Oh, sweet. Well, I do make a fool out of myself quite regularly, and I know that I do. That's a bit too far. It's a bit too childish and nonsensical. There we go. Hello, Clement. Let's see. What else can I do? Oh, now I can do the cultivating that I wanted to do 10 minutes ago. Except for one small fact. Oh no, yeah, I can do this. So I'm also gonna have to set course play up on field 31 to get that plowed, because I do have forced plowing on, and I'm. How on you get? There we go. I'm gonna have to get the Valtra and get the Amazon plow if I still have it on the back of that. He stopped doing it now, anyway, probably because he realized it was dumb. That's the wrong way for field 13. So my notice I'm intentionally leaving a few jobs undone, like there's grass that needs to be picked up. That's going to be for a video. I think that's the only one that I'm intentionally leaving undone actually right now. So, did I already cultivate this field? No, it's just the plowed texture looking cultivated. That was interesting. Where is the Valtra? Valtra. Where is, or do I still have, is possibly a better question, the Amazon 6 furrow plow? There it is. Okay, it's up there where the 12 furrow was. That makes sense. Hello, polar bear. So I'm gonna grab this, get the plow on the back, and I can start setting up for this now. Field 31. I don't know the working width of that thing. Will need to be current vehicle. Wish I could do that backwards. Current vehicle position. Headlands 6 after the fact. Bypass islands. I'm gonna have it on circle, even though I don't think it needs it. I'm gonna change the turning circle to 4 meters from 7. The reason I'm using keyboard is because it's a bit easier while I've got my mouse going. Surface into 90, that doesn't matter. Okay. So let's get this all set up. Come on. Let's get this all... 3-point hitch is the other side of this. Well done, Dave. Let's get this... Let's get this attached. Okay, that wasn't attaching the plow, that was detaching the weight. Which may or may not be too heavy, I don't know. Or not heavy enough. Stop. Alright, let's go. Let's fold the plow because we got a bit of a drive to go. Everybody's gone quiet all of a sudden. I don't like it. Talk. Whoa! I accidentally drifted. So let's go at this end, this exit over here. And we will need to use the fast track for the bring the seeder away, for sure. I might get rid of the fast track. I don't know. Hello, Ryan. How you doing today? There we go. There we go. Up to speed, and hopefully this thing. Okay, this plow does not like being like this. Have I seen Young Offenders? I watched that the other night, and oh my god, is that not PG? Not that I'm complaining, because I found it hilarious. Hello, Bag of Hammers Gaming. Keep the Valtra. I'll keep the Valtra most likely, but I'll probably change the color to something a bit more fitting. There's our horse physicsing away again. Should probably bring that back to the main yard at some point. My hand's itchy. There we go. You know those lads went to your old school? Oh, cool. That's a rare comedy that's really well written, really well directed, and really well acted. You like the blue, it's not too bright. I'm gonna go for a much more better color though. I'll debut it in a video as I drift like a madman. This thing does not The plow's just pulling the tractor everywhere around the corner. This is amazing. Like, I swing around the corner and the plow just starts pulling out. Hello, Pixel Pixel. Stop doing that, plow. I'm basically fishtailing down the road, but it's not all that obvious. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, now it's become a bit more obvious. Okay, into the field we go, and brakes. Perfect stopping maneuver. Hey, TNT. Right, now we need to grab this, and I'm gonna be lazy. I'm gonna be really lazy because I don't have a second tractor over here at the moment. Just reset that. This I can just drive out and into another field for the temporary time being. But now from Cork to Dublin. Kind of figures as much. Took me the longest time to learn that the guy that played Agent Smith in The Matrix wasn't actually American. Because he's Australian, and there's a couple of films he's in that are hilarious because you are so used to Agent Smith. And then you see him in, I think it's Priscilla, Queens of the Desert. And he is in drag for 90% of that movie. Is this going to generate the good course? Oh, good lord, it has. Right, we're going to start at the first waypoint, which is apparently over here somewhere. Slightly concerned that it might be a bit too tight for the Valtra and might start doing the circle thing. You can see the Valtra's not very happy at having a huge ass plow in the back anyway. This will almost definitely start doing the circle thing. Drive the course, and I'll check up on you in a bit. Magnum! Have you just been rolling slowly this entire time? The Magnum we will try and do better than we plowed. There we go. We're off. How am I doing for GP? Well, that's kind of horribly wrong immediately. GPS can be given up on. We'll just do this our way. If you enjoy the stream, by the way, do feel free to hit the like button and feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. It is very much appreciated if you do subscribe. If you have subscribed, join the Discord. We have a lot of fun in there usually. A lot of fun, a lot of chats, a lot of chaos occasionally. I have a habit of just going on Imgur some nights and just posting memes in the meme room for hours on end. Yeah, let's get up to 50 likes, guys. Come on. Hello, Kevin. How are you doing today? You know, I'm gonna just change this. Just gonna change some gold to that. There we go. Oh, my stomach's really upset. Wow. Oh wow, that's actual pain. Okay, that's interesting. How about yourself? Stop eating peanuts, you moron. I'm not allergic to them before anybody is worried. They just don't agree with me. Someone thought you were making fun of the Finnish skiing team. To be fair, Yanis, that third guy in that Finnish skiing team gif is the perfect example of the stereotypical Finnish man. Like, everybody I've seen talking about it has said, yeah, that third dude is just the typical Finnish dude. Let's get this up to max speed, we'll just use cruise control. Because I'm lazy like that. Third guy just didn't care. I think he found it funny that he did that more than making a silly face like the other two. Because you could almost see it in his eyes that he was laughing inside. Like I feel like John Cena. You can't see me. Booyah, maximum speed plow, yo. This isn't the plow, this is a cultivator. In before somebody complains that I'm cultivating before seeding again. Because in theory with the 6-meter seeder I could have done this. But 6-meter seeder is going bye-bye. Because it doesn't match the sprayer I have. Oh, that gif is hilarious. I love it. Because it's just... oh. That's the kind of gif that I love. Is like two stupid things and then one guy who just doesn't care and becomes stupid because he isn't doing a stupid thing. Gotta collect your curry. Fair enough, Glengar. Only 8 more likes from 50? Come on, guys. We can do it. We can get up to 50 likes. Easy. Easy peasy as I check something off camera. Only 8 likes and 10 subs. Come on, we can hit both. We can hit both goals today. Chat has gone quiet. Wake! Wakey! Wakey! 49? My stream is saying 53. I wonder has YouTube signed me out again. That was funny, Yanis. That was very funny. What's more funny is it didn't get anybody talking. That is amazing. So hop out a game real quick and tell me what you're playing. What map are you playing? What game are you playing? Because when it gets this quiet, I know everybody's in game. So come on, let me know what you're playing. Hope Tom's not feeling too sick today because I think I might have just broken him if he is. No map, no game. Everybody's just being stupid quiet. I mean, I can end early if nobody wants to talk. There's no point in me streaming. Crawford Farms FS17, very nice. Farm Sim, West Coast, very nice, Luke. Hello, Tino. Like, I don't mind finishing early if nobody wants to talk. That's fine by me. Don't spam the chat, but talk. Oakfield Farm Sim, very nice. How's my Saturday? I slept through most of it because I'm lazy. I actually went to bed like quite early for me last night, and I still just didn't wake up in time. Oh, Chris is in spin tires. Can't play on West Coast, the lag is so bad. You get lag on the West Coast, Michael? You shouldn't get lag on the West Coast, like, ever. It's about like 3:30, kind of tired. That's fair enough, Luke. Oakfield, yeah, very nice. Fantastic, man. Oxygendavid should be really proud of what he did here, because this is, I think, the best farm sim map there has been so far. I'm sure himself and Bill will decide to start eclipsing each other again and have a map off, because they always do. You always get lag on West Coast, 20 FPS. Then if you do, PJ, that means your computer cannot handle farm sim. Because West Coast is the second most optimized map I've ever seen that's not from Giants. Hey, Martine. How's it going? It's going well. Just doing thumbnails. GD, do you use Photoshop? Because I can tell you a couple tricks to speed thumbnails right up wonderfully. And actually mean that you get better thumbnails at the end. For the same amount of time. Because I've actually increased the amount of time I spend on thumbnails, because it's not the lazy way that I used to do them, but the way that I do it now just looks really nice. Hey, Simulation for the Nation. How are we all? Chat's asleep today. Chat's feeling tired. It's having one of those lazy days where it doesn't want to talk. So, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of half tempted to just end the stream early and try and figure out what's making... Well, try and unscrew up my stomach. Use patent.net. Oh, okay, because Photoshop I found some really nice tricks that I told Landy about, and now we're both spamming the tricks and enjoying it. Hey, Dylan. You're sick, Curtis? That sucks. Coffee's alright. Coffee is not going to solve my issue, because that would actually that would probably make things worse. I've got a stomach upset because I had too many peanuts, and my stomach's shouting at me because I ate too many peanuts. You need to stop doing that. I'll PM it to you later, then, Simulation. Because it's easy to actually talk about. I never finished that. Oh, I'll finish that in a second then, Witchy. I'll actually start again and then finish. So the trick I've been using is the... Is it the magnet loop select? Magnetic loop select? To select like a certain part of the picture I want to pop out. Putting that as a new layer and then doing a Gaussian blur with however many pixels I decide is necessary in the background. And it just works so well. That's how I've been getting the tractors to look really defined of late. And, the slight blur to the background just makes them stand out so much better. Need for Speed payback good. No, because it's an EA game, and EA don't make good games anymore. They haven't made a good game in about 10 years. So, 1st of March. I'm going to be changing up the channel a bit. Going to be reducing videos to Monday and Wednesday and Friday. I'm going to be increasing streams to 7 days a week. Thought some of the thumbs were really vivid. Yeah, that's part of the trick. What about FIFA? What about FIFA? It's the same game every year with palette change. So videos will decrease to 3 a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For main videos, I might throw out like bonus videos every so often. Streams will be 7 days a week, and I'll just be increasing the quality of the videos if I can. What about £25? It's still an EA game, and they're still gonna want all of the money ever. I haven't bought an EA game in many, many years. Not a new one, anyway. Because, like, I think the only thing I've bought that's EA in the past however long is Command and Conquer the first decade, because I love Command and Conquer. And even that's a 10-year-old game. Or nearly 10 years old. Maybe a bit older, actually. But I don't know if anybody knows this. So I might be breaking some gaming news to some of you guys. There is a rumor doing the rounds that I'm a Ubisoft fan. I don't like AAA devs at all, in general. There is a rumor doing the rounds that Disney is looking for a new company to take on the Star Wars license. They're looking into Ubisoft and somebody else. With basic Command and Conquer on the channel. No, it wouldn't do very well, Loke. As annoying as that is. Plus, it's very difficult to actually get Command and Conquer working. Unless you mean cattle and crops, in which case, yes, I will eventually. Last time I streamed it, nobody bloody watched, though. Yeah, Ubisoft and Activision. And the reason for that is basically because of Star Wars Battlefront 2. EA made such a hames of that Disney lost money over it because nobody was buying the game because nobody wanted to support EA. So it's what on earth? Do you reckon? I'd like to see Heston's in the base game in FS19. I'd almost prefer to see conventional bales, small squares in FS19. This is annoying. I think small squares would be much more fitting, especially with the horses in the game. Heston's would be nice, just for and Battlefront 2 was so bad that now countries are kind of saying, well, we let the game industry regulate itself for many, many years, and let's have a look at the crap that they pulled in those years. Loot boxes up the wazoo! Gambling mechanics in children's games. Or games aimed at children. And the gaming industry and, well, the AAA developers in particular come out and say, well, we can regulate this in our own way. We don't need the government to come in and say, no, you can't do that because we need to make money off the millions of dollars. We already make off games. We need to regulate ourselves. And it's blatantly obvious that hasn't worked, and I genuinely hope to see loot boxes get banned. Because they are dangerous. They can get people addicted to gambling very quickly and very easily. So wouldn't be surprised if governments start regulating the gaming industry, which that could, you know, that could open up a new bag of worms. And but it's something that needs to be done today, right now. Yeah, Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 is much more optimized than 2018. So if you don't have a very good computer, and this is the weirdest advice, get the older game. But the gaming industry is so screwed right now. And the AAA devs are trying to do such stupid stuff that the industry as a whole is headed towards a crash, like in the 80s. Although this time it won't be oversaturation, it'll be undersaturation, because the AAA devs want people to play one game and one game only. Which, that's a really good idea when your entire job is to sell video games. So, you know, that works, and people only ever play one game. Great! Now you've got no money coming in, you idiots! Because you'll get a small bit from the, well, 1 or 2% that are known as sharks, and nothing from 95% of your users. Or it's whales, isn't it? You know, the AAA publishers, I think, are trying to kill the industry for whatever dumb reason and put themselves out of a job. I don't know why they'd want to do this, but this is the way they're trying to go. It's not gonna work. And if it does work, well done. You've just crashed the gaming industry again. Yeah, EA and their FIFA 19, now with 3 extra buttons. It looks the exact same as FIFA 18, but it's new. Buy this one. Then you have Activision with Call of Duty 2020, which is the same as the last one, but this time we have sharks. So I think the ETS2 marketing route is so much better. The SAS, I'm gonna say the SAS model, of like, release a game, release DLC for said game, keep updating the game, keep releasing DLC, listen to the community, and look, you will get much monies, many monies. This is something the AAA developers and publishers just don't understand. Is you can say the same about Farm Sim, Jordan. The thing about Farm Sim, though, is usually there's actually quite a large graphical update that comes along with the new game, and there's usually a nice plate of new mechanics, and the reason for Farm Sim doing it very, very, very simply is because of licensing. The licenses Farm Sim have are limited timescale things, and in order to keep the game up to date and keep bringing new things in, without having to remove stuff, they just release every 2 years. That's why, you know, the Ropa DLC is coming out. Or at least why I think it is because the Homer license is running out, and there's probably some term in the contract that says, hey, you gotta release the DLC of this stuff before it comes in FS19. Even though it's almost identical to the Homer stuff that's already in game. And that's probably why Giants are already starting to market FS19. I apologize. That's probably why Giants are already starting to market FS19 and get the hype train going there, because they've already kind of written off the Europa DLC as, you know, this isn't going to sell well. It's just going to, you know, this is going to fail, nobody's going to want it. And that's kind of fine in its own way. But what will sell well, and I can guarantee this, I'm not even going to say his name, I know what he's trying to get me to say. What is going to sell well is Matt's DLC, Matt XJS's DLC, the Classics pack, because I think Giants know that people want a lot more Classics, but the licenses they get are so restrictive that they have to have only the new equipment, and that's fine in its own way. But I think Matt's going to kind of prove to people who say, why do you use these old tractors? The old tractor's what people want to see. Everybody wants an old tractor in Farm Sim. You look at Peter J's stuff. None of that's new. Nothing Peter J's brought out, apart from maybe the Mikhail wrapper. None of that's been available for the last 10 years. Brand new. Very little of it. Almost none of it's been released in the last 10 years. I mean, the most popular mods are the 135 and 240 because people love the old Massies. And he's got the old 300 series coming in soon. And people are all on top of it because people love the old stuff. And while it's all well and good that there's, you know, you got all the modern kind of generic looking tractors in FS19, FS17, FS15, FS13, working on nostalgia probably. Well, that's it. But it's a farming simulator, it's not a brand new equipment simulator. So I mean, if you want to farm using classics, which some people still do, there's no way to do it by default. You know, you have to farm in a specific way, and I don't think that's right that you're kind of shoehorned into doing the same thing as everybody else and using the modern equipment right out the gate. I know that over time, you know, more and more mods come out, but it's still a case of, like, a lot of them are still really new equipment. And then a lot of the older stuff, the older looking stuff, is really bad converts from FS13. Like, granted, they're worse quality than what ARM Team's putting out, which isn't very good quality to begin with, but they're really just bad converts. That's it, Fort County. It's like, people want to play with what they grew up seeing. Whether or not they grew up on a farm doesn't matter. Is there a price point for Matt's DLC? There is, and I can't remember. I think it's like €10. 10 or 12 euro. Which, I'll be blunt, I don't care how much it costs, I'm buying it for myself. That's a present for me. I don't care. I'll be doing a review of it. I'll be saying buy it. I'll be saying, oh my god, I love all this stuff, the quality is amazing. Yeah, it's cheaper as well, and even cheaper to maintain even. But I'll be buying it because some of the money's gonna go to Matt. He gets a commission off the sales. And like, I'll be honest, if he were to approach me and say, hey, do you want this for free? I'll probably say, well, yeah, on the condition that you give me your PayPal details so that I can give you the money and pay you for it directly, because I want to support him. I really want to support him. You know, I think everybody should buy it just because Matt is probably one of the best modders out there. I know he doesn't release much, but he's one of the best modders there is. His quality in detail is fantastic. It's Giants quality, if not better. And yeah, that's it. it's gonna be better quality than the straw add-on. You'll get more. I don't see why people would even consider saying no to it, because everybody can see the T-dubs, everybody can see what kind of quality you're going to be getting, and the T-dubs, in fact, he's not happy with those. The T-dubs are getting an update after the DLC. So if somebody releases one of the best mods for the game so far, in terms of vehicles, and then looks at it after releasing it and says, do you know what, I can do better. I'm not happy with this. Does that not tell you that the DLC that he's going to be very happy with, and he's been working on pretty solidly for months? I can say that without any, repercussions, because he's going to be having work on, he's going to be working on it very solidly for months. Do you not think that's going to be higher quality than the T-dubs he brought out that everybody loves because they're such high quality mods? Despite the fact that he's going to update them after the DLC release anyway? Yeah, I've even heard Giants have said that he's one of the few modders that can bring out stuff that's up to their standards. Up to their quality and up to
Hello, Dave. Dave.
What they do, if not better. Thank you very much for subscribing, Big Bass Slayer 17. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Oh yeah, the T-dub isn't perfect. No mod ever is, but that's the one the Giants have been most impressed with because the model is to their standards. It's what they would do. I don't know if Matt would want to work for Giants Blackout. I don't know if he'd want a job in the game industry like that, because I think he enjoys modding because he can do it whenever he wants. And working for a company would just mean, well, you got to do this today. Yeah, he'd lose the creativity that makes him so good, because he does what he wants to do. He doesn't do something that he's told to do. Even his DLC, he came up with the proposal, and he wanted to make all that stuff anyway. Hope I see he's in game FS19. I wouldn't be too surprised if it is. Giants seem to be taking ideas from a certain other game at the moment. Very directly taking them. Hello, Kieran. He makes money modding anyway, so why would he? Because he would make a lot more money if he was working full time for FarmSim. Bandit Booker modding is making flatbed trucks so wonderful make pass testing. Depends how good this Bandit Booker modding is. Never heard of them before, so I wouldn't keep my hopes too high personally, but I don't know who he is. Like when the top mappers like Oxygendavid and Bulletville have issues with Giants, because Giants know their quality and their standards, and the maps are failing on really technical tiny details, but I'm kind of okay with that because it's pushing Oxy and Bill to be better. It sounds stupid, but it's just pushing them up to get even better still, and I'm kind of okay with that. Do I think the ground will be 3D in FS19? Possibly. Tell you what, guys, because I'm going to be going over to Landy in a minute and playing some spin tires, I think, maybe, I don't know. Assuming you heard me. I'm going to go because I need to run and do some stuff real quick first. I'm going to leave the stream here. I'll leave you by saying, I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Farming. He made the skid steer blade. Oh, okay. Still, modders will have problems. That's just the thing. I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Oakfield Farm. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button, whatever, and subscribe, and do a dance and stuff. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.
Let's get it knocking hard.